Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am consumer debt free, currently working on my school loan, specifically my Heartland loan, and I'm trying to save as much money as I can. This is gonna be how I calculate my emergency fund. I did film this video before, but I just didn't like it, and I feel like I should show two versions and the version I did show in my other videos. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start fresh. Yes, we're gonna start fresh. So I am going to take out my Erin Condren markers, and the other one, the pinky one, is used for something else, so that's why it's not in the pack. But I just realized I have these, and the only new ones were the other three. Wow. Okay, it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put emergency fund in red. All right, so emergency funds are like if you lose your job. Yeah, basically, like if you lose your job, you have this money to hold you down for like the necessities to keep you going until you find a new job or until you get your job back, or if you're furloughed, all things like that. So I currently do not have an emergency fund. I have savings, but primarily my savings are for my down payment for my future home. So I don't want to consider that my emergency fund. So I want to do a separate savings for my emergency fund. So I'm going to put emergency fund. Okay. And I'm going to put 2020 since we are in the year 2020. All right, so it has to be like the necessities. So for example, if we take out my monthly, we're gonna look at the necessities that I need to make sure I have covered, so that if I do lose my job, if I am furloughed, I can last at least 1 month until I find something else. So for example, let's see, we're going. I don't have any credit card debt, so I'm fortunate that I don't need like minimum payments for my credit cards. So credit card I just don't need. But if you do have credit cards, you would need to calculate your minimum payment for each month and put that into your emergency fund. All right, so my Heartland loan is actually gonna be done in October, and I already have the money for that, so I don't need to calculate my Heartland loan within my emergency fund because that's going to be gone. That shit's gonna be gone. Okay, so I would need to calculate my Gap bill because that is my Apple storage. So I'm gonna put Gap bill. Gap bill. And that's technically $3 per month. So that's my first thing. Then I would have to calculate my internet. Well, before my internet, my Nelnet. So remember, we're doing the minimum. So my minimum for Nelnet is $186. So I pay about $200 to $400 a month. Before I was only paying $200 because I was focusing on my Heartland loan, but since my Heartland loan is almost done, I'm back to $400, but we're only calculating the minimum for an emergency fund. So my Nelnet is $186 minimum, so I definitely still have to be paying that if I lose my job. And I don't want to put it into forbearance because then just interest accumulates, and I just don't want to deal with that either. I do have to consider my internet. So that would be $100. After that, I still want to consider my family loan, even though it's not with a bank or a credit union. It's still a loan, so I still need to be paying that back. So I'm going to put that here. I'm going to put family loan, which is $200 that I pay monthly. Okay. All right, and then we keep going. Now my housing as of right now is $700. So I want to definitely have that in my emergency fund if I ever lose my job. Hopefully that never happens. Also want to keep in account my cell phone. So that is $46. Okay, and then you would also want to keep in account food, because you know you need to eat. So food, I usually calculate about like 300 a month, or like 270 a month. So I'm just gonna round it up to 300 because I like clean numbers. So 300 for food for a month. And then the last thing I would say is like a miscellaneous. Like for example, if you need, because we're not funding sinking funds, but because because of my medical condition, I need to have some extra money just in case I need stuff. So I would say for myself, just to be on the safe side, for miscellaneous, it would be 200. Right? For like dental, if I have to go to doctors, co-pays, I would just say, to be on the safe side, 200. And that's just for me. Everyone is different. So if we calculate all of that, that would be your 1 month emergency fund. So I'm gonna say 3 plus 186 plus 100 plus 200 plus 700 plus 46 plus 300 plus 200. I need 1,700. So I'm gonna put total. I need 1,735 for a 1 month emergency. And so my goal right now is to work on the 1,000, like Dave Ramsey says, just to like baby steps. So my goal is not 1,735 right now. It's actually just 1,000, and then after that I'll work up to the 1 month emergency fund. Okay, so this, if you've seen my other videos, this may look a little different than what I've actually put down as my goal. So let me see here. What did I say? That's 1 month. I actually said it was 2,140, and 2,940. And the reason behind that is because I was projecting an emergency fund for like when I finally own my home, because right now this is my emergency for my situation right now. But I kind of want to have my emergency fund so when I own a home as well. So I don't want to have to worry about that when I finally own my home. So I kind of calculate it a little bit differently. By all means, you don't have to do it this way. This is just me because I want to prepare myself for the future. When I do own my home, I don't want to be worrying about having to supplement my emergency fund because my housing has changed. So this is how I calculated my other emergency fund. So I'm going to put emergency fund. I'm going to say 20. Should I put 2021 or 2022? Because I want to technically own my home in 2022. So again, we're going to keep the regular schmegula stuff, which is my Gap bill of $3. We're going to keep my nail net of $186. We're going to keep my internet of $100. We're going to keep my family loan of $200. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. Okay, then I guess we're going to keep my cell phone. I spelled that wrong. Cell phone of 46. Let me just check my oh, actually I calculated now that would be 200. That's okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, miscellaneous would probably be considered. Miscellaneous could also include your laundry money. But keep that in mind because you trying to get a new job, you gotta smell good. Cell phone, food. I kind of did it wrong. I just realized that for the other emergency fund, I didn't include cell phone and internet, which is bad because I need that in order to find a new job if I ever lose mine. So food, I'm just gonna put 300. Miscellaneous, I'm gonna keep at 200. So the only thing different really would be my housing, which what I want is at least like the maximum, if possible, for my mortgage to be $2,000. So that's the main difference that I have here, that my mortgage would be $2,000. Just because I'm gonna buy something, so yeah, that's the max I would want my mortgage to be. So I'm just gonna put that in my emergency fund. I think that's it. Yeah, it's gonna look a little bit different than my 2,140, just because I forgot about cell phone and internet. But okay, let's see how much that would be. So 3 plus 186 plus 100 plus 200 plus 46 plus 300 plus 200 plus 2,000 would be 3,035. So that would be a total of 3,035 for a 1 month emergency. So right now, again, like I said, my goal is to work up to the $1,000, then work up to this, and then work up to this, if that makes sense. Just because when it's 2022, I kind of want to already have my emergency fund set, so I don't have to worry about that. That includes my mortgage. Yes. All right, guys. So this was setting up my emergency fund, how I calculated it. By all means, you can just do like the basic minimum of what your current situation is, but I like to plan ahead always. So this gives me like another focus. Like once this is accomplished, like it's not that I'm done. I still need to work towards like when I finally own my home, and it would be around this much for an emergency fund. So yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I can actually show you my old one, which I didn't post because it was just so ugly. Like you could just see that I was not in the mood. Like this is just so fugly. So yeah, scratch that. I'm gonna like put something over it so that I can't see this anymore. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.